So we have the opposing energy with the Three of Swords, the Princess of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. So you may have very well been in a lot of relationships that did break your heart. This, for some of you, could be letting go of that old relationship. And I don't mean in a physical sense. I mean cutting the ties of the attachments, of that negative thinking, right? Freeing yourself from the old. And that way you can stay on course. In order to free ourselves from the old, we have to have a sense of compassion. It doesn't have to be for them. It can be for us. You see, the final part of healing is our accountability in situations as well. Whether we open the door, we didn't listen to our intuition, we let that person in our life, we married that person, whatever. Oftentimes, not always, we do have some role of accountability somehow, some way. And there are some that don't. But for those of you where you do, this is really looking at everything from a very deep level. And through this, with this Four of Cups, this is holding on to the emotions, to the memory of the pain that hurt you. But with the Princess of Pentacles, it has been a long time in the making, but you're actually going to heal this and move forward. Pentacles are about everything about you, and this is that beautiful part of you where you've learned the lessons of the past, and you're going to take this relationship slow. You're going to do the research of who you are getting yourself involved with. And for a lot of us, many of us have made errors where we really believe that person. We even started to research and stopped. But had we gone further, we'd have seen something in the dark that kind of can kick us in the back end, right? Marrying and being in the relationship for the right reason, things like that. So this is learning those lessons and cutting the tie of the past. You're going to meet this new person. It could be a fellow Capricorn, but it's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy for sure. A fellow earthy kind of person. So you're going to be on the same page with them as far as what your true values are in life. And I think that's going to be really beautiful. So this is a huge transformation, which that word came up in the Libra reading also. And this transformation is going to really bring you into that place of Queen of Wands, right? That place of confidence and looking in the mirror and saying, yeah, I'm okay, I look good, I feel good, etc. And the final card for the new romance is attraction. When we let go of that old pain, that energy, that invisible thing around us where people can tell when we're hurt and broken before we ever even open our mouth, because it radiates out of us, whether it's through our body language or through our energy, usually both. But this attraction is going to be very deep. And again, for a lot of you, it's going to be that grounded feel that you want, where it's a long-term relationship with somebody that you're on the same page with. So if this is an education, it's the right one. The career, it's the right one. For romance, oh yeah. Have an amazing month, Capricorn, and thank you for watching. Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to Ascending Soul's Journey. I am Lorianne, here to give you the messages for the month of October. Now, for those of you who are Capricorn, wondering why your reading is late, it is October 5th, the day that I am doing this reading, and it's because I was guided to do your reading on the 5th of October. And the reason being is your energy is actually matching with Libra's, where you're going to run into the end of the year, the end of December 2020. So this is a little bit different reading. It's a little bit extended reading. And I'm guided that there will be one or two Zodiac signs per month that are going to be like this, where it's going to be a little bit different. So with your energy, when I'm tapping in, and this is for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Capricorn, by the way, and we're looking at love, career, finance, family, romance, whatever comes into this reading, we're going to tap on that. But the message overall for you that's coming through is stick to your plan, But keep the compassion open. Keep an opening to allow empathy and compassion to come through. So don't be so focused on your work that you don't have empathy, or you don't even see what's going around you. Capricorn, you're a very work-driven person. You're a Capricorn. You're all about earth. I like it, you know. Every time I think of a Capricorn, I always see like a quarter horse, you know, where they have that sturdiness to them. And man, if anybody can make money, that's you, man. You can make money like crazy. So if this is a career that you're working on, you're going to do really great. So stick to your plan, whatever your plan is. And it's going to manifest into something really, really well, as long as you have this compassion. Now, the card that came out for you is the Magician and the Ace of Cups. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you have a built-in full element within you, Capricorn, where you have the ability to manifest. And that's what the Magician is talking about. This is creating love in your life. This is creating the release of blockages, the openness to allow ebb and flow. But for a lot of you, this is creating a new self-love. One of the things that I find with a lot of Capricorns, and I'm not going to say it's all of you in this particular group, but there's a sense of negative attachment there. So it's almost like you're always fighting, like you can make money, but then you have this little negative something going, no, you can't, no, you can't. You know? And I'm not saying you're bipolar, but it's like this very pending negative aspect to you. And that might be why you show up as like the devil in the tarot, right? That addictive thing. But it's, for me, it's more about that negative association. But with the Magician, that means you have all the tools and resources. You have the money, you have the finances, you have the intellect, the wisdom, the knowledge. You have the education, you have the heart, the Ace of Cups. Whatever this is, you are loving it. And that, I guarantee, is why they're saying keep compassion. And in the beginning of this reading, I'm saying you're so focused and so driven that you might not see your child got a boo-boo. You know what I mean? You may not even realize that they're crying. We can tune the world out when we're very focus driven. And as a parent, I know as a single parent, I used to do it a lot because I had no choice, right? We're forced into giving more than what we would normally do in a two-party relationship. But anyway, this is you, the Eight of Wands, and we have the Queen, the Queen of Wands. Extending that information, working on whatever it is that you love. If this is a relationship, this is communication back and forth between you and this Queen of Wands. So Capricorn, I have a feeling a lot of you, it's going to be more about family. It's going to be about love on any level. And I'm going to pull love card here in a minute for those of you in a relationship, and I'll pull new people looking for new love at the end of this reading. The Queen of Wands is a person who's very alluring. They're very magnetic, and they just draw people into them. So this can be that person walking down the street that everybody turns around and looks at. And with the Queen of Wands, they have this lovely energy of self-confidence. And that includes sensuality and sexuality. So self-confidence, complete self-confidence, means we do like our body. We accept who we are, and we're proud of who we are, but not in an icky way. This is a beautiful energy, whoever you are with or getting ready to meet. And a lot of you are manifesting this. You're working on this very diligently. But I feel for a lot of you, this is somebody that you have already been in communication with. And I'm going to pull the other side right now. That's one side of the story. And we're going to look at the opposing energy now. So the Eight of Wands, in a love reading, that is the arrows of love. That's what that would mean in the tarot, the arrows of love. This is a general reading, so it's kind of like both. So we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower, and well, the whole world is going through the Tower, and that's what those two cards say. So there we are, we're done. But the Tower is breaking down the old philosophies, the old structures, the old rules. The Eight of Wands could be you actually breaking down and working at restructuring your own boundaries when it comes to your self-value, when it comes to positive self-talk. I'm hearing the word self-talk. Remember, I said a few moments ago that negative thinking. So a lot of you might be hearing a lot of negativity on the left side of you. And you tell them to get that out of here because they're not welcome, all right? Whatever it is, and start working on being consciously aware of how you speak to yourself in your mind. And when you're talking about yourself to somebody, pay attention to that. Because this is a stripping down of everything. Everything you thought was real is an illusion, and everything you thought was fake is an illusion. It's almost like everything is opposite of what we thought. And I feel that in a love relationship, whether it's with family or somebody new, in spite of this beautiful communication, the only thing negative on this is the Tower. And this is analyzing, is this the right person for me? I wanted to manifest this job, this career, this person. Whoever, whatever it is, you've been working on manifesting it because you want it. It's in your heart. This is what you really want. This is in your heart. And some of you, it might be your life purpose in your actual soul. Because the Queen of Wands is moving into your spiritual purpose. When it comes to a relationship, if this is the person you're in a relationship with, you do have an amazing opportunity to take this towering moment that we've all been going through, and maybe your partner has had it really rough with everything going on in the world. But when we take down that old belief systems and we free ourselves from the old philosophies, the old beliefs that it had to be just like this. So this is whatever, and for some of you, it may be the opposite. Maybe you were the cowboy hippie kind of person, and now you want to go traditional in values. Whatever it is, it's like the opposite of what you were used to doing. And by creating these new boundaries, it's going to be a beautiful relationship. And I feel you're both going to be on the same page. And with the World card, this is starting a new chapter. So it's breaking down your relationship and getting rid of the things. This did not work for us. This didn't work and this didn't work, but this worked. Okay, this worked. And I still love you. So that worked. You know, where you're like maybe even like drawing a line down a paper. But let's see where this is going to head out. And again, this is into December. So this is a lot of reflection. And if you're just feeling this energy shift coming into play in the month of October, it's probably going to be more toward December for a lot of you. Whatever it is, it's a lot of analyzing, like I said, really analyzing with the Seven of Pentacles and going deep inside of your relationship, what you've invested in your education. And a lot of you are looking at your career right now. Careers are changing. The whole world is changing, and the career industry you were in might be taking a turn. So this is you focused on, what is it that I love? And like I said, a lot of you are going to move into your actual life purpose. But you may have a little bit of indecision when it comes to making this final choice. The Queen of Wands, again, is about being in your full self-confidence. So with you, my dear Capricorns, this is you being able to make a decision when you're fully knowledgeable in the pros and the cons. Again, going back to drawing a line down the paper, and maybe that's the advice. Draw the line down the paper. This is the pros and the cons, whatever it is that you're working on. By breaking it down and analyzing it and looking at what can be removed and what is never going to go away. Okay, some of us, we're never going to change certain things about our personality, whether we need to or not. But this is saying, I know this. I can do the research on, I can look. So if you're feeling stuck about an educational path or a career path, start doing a little bit more research. With the band that typically goes across the third eye of an individual, that's using your inner intuition. This is doing the research, but you got to make the decision from within. You can't see it on the outside. It comes from your third eye, so to speak. It comes from your inner knowing, your intuition. You're going to know what direction to go by. I feel for a lot of you, you're going to know by the end of November. So you're going to be moving into it before the end of December, which is good. So when it comes to a new relationship, you guys, this is you really analyzing, have you learned everything from the past? The Magician, if it were in the negative sense, would be manipulation, toxicity. Magician makes magic. So the opposite of positive magic is negative magic, which is that manipulation.